playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Romeo McClure in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And some room to run now. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say the plan worked to perfection.
Extra point up and good by Garibay, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murphy. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. A second pin has fallen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Murphy. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On second down, here's Henry. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 45 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one complete to Scott Miller. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Norman, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7-7, our score after 1. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes not get away.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 2nd and inches, Wilson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he put.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Garabay's kick is good, and that will net us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Henry again on 2nd down. And some space here. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 38-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A first down carry for Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Julian Okwara there to bring him down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. 2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. They set up the screen for Henry, and they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Out now, Andrew Mevis for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Mevis knocks this one through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there. Let's go.
Inside handoff, Henry. 95 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Murphy. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Back to throw here. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Cooper Kupp as the first half is winding down. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Flush to his right. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On first down, Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Wilson. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Harold Landry, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To throw now in his own end zone. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Draw play. This is Henry. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Jeffrey Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here's the Jets punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
Now a hit and a loose football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all...
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out. And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 142 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Derrick Henry. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Mevis knocks this one through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you could do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's look at it. Spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Wilson. Going deep here for Bryant. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Back to the ground with Hall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 59 yards. Now Wilson on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace. And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
The Titans are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
It's all like popcorn. Come on,